3 letters, 1 exclamation point, send. I am good. The lie leaves your fingertips faster than truth ever could. Meanwhile, your chest collapses inward like a dying star. Your hands tremble against the phone screen. Something thick and suffocating wraps around your throat. And there is this weight, this crushing, unrelenting weight that makes breathing feel like work. Yet somehow, those 3 letters travel through the digital void to your friend, wrapped in the cheerful costume of an exclamation point, because this is what you do. This is what you have always done. Fine is not a feeling anymore. It is a fortress, a script, a reflex so deeply embedded in your nervous system that it fires before conscious thought can interfere. Nobody pries when you are fine. Nobody gets too close. Nobody sees the part of you that is drowning in broad daylight. So let me stop you right here, right now, before that familiar voice starts whispering that you are dramatic, that you are broken, that you should be grateful for what you have. You are not any of those things. What you are experiencing has a name. It is called emotional camouflage, and it is not a character flaw. It is a survival strategy that your nervous system constructed because at some point in your history, your truth became too dangerous to show. Your pain was labeled as excessive. Your needs were treated as burdens. Your feelings were erased. So, you learned to bury them 6 feet deep and smile at the funeral. You learned to perform fine so that everyone else could stay comfortable. But here is the cost nobody mentions. You have been so busy hiding your pain from the world that you have started hiding it from yourself. In my 22 years working with people exactly like you in New York, high-achieving, deeply feeling, relentlessly self-sacrificing people, I have witnessed this pattern destroy lives from the inside out thousands of times. And I need to explain something that might shift everything for you. When you were young, your nervous system learned to associate emotional honesty with danger. Maybe your sadness was met with irritation. Maybe your anger was punished. Maybe your vulnerability was used as a weapon against you. Your brain, brilliant and adaptive, made a calculation. If showing my feelings creates disconnection or rejection, then I will hide them. I will perform okayness. I will say fine until everyone believes it. This is not a conscious choice. This is your nervous system trying to protect you from a pain it remembers, even when the threat is long gone. You are not choosing to suppress your emotions. Your body is doing it for you beneath your awareness because it learned that emotional camouflage equals safety. Sound familiar? Now here is where this gets complex and where most people do not realize what is happening. The pattern does not just show up in how you relate to other people. It shows up in how you relate to yourself. Because here's the truth. The person you are performing for the most is not out there. It isn't here. It is you. Let me show you what I mean. You wake up exhausted. Your body is screaming for rest. But before you even fully open your eyes, there is a voice, quiet, insistent, relentless, that says you do not have time to be tired. You have things to do. Get up. So you do. You override the signal. You push through. You perform productivity for yourself because somewhere deep down, you believe that rest has to be earned, that your worth is measured by your output, that if you are not achieving, you are failing, or maybe you are sitting alone at night. You feel sad, not for any reason you can name, just sad, and immediately there is another voice. What do you have to be sad about? Look at your life. Other people have it so much worse. You are being dramatic, so you shut it down. You talk yourself out of your own feelings. You perform gratitude for yourself because somewhere along the way, you internalize the message that your emotions need to be justified. That sadness is only valid if there is a good enough reason. If this is hitting home for you, give the video a thumbs up and tell me in the comments, what is the one emotion you find hardest to admit, even to yourself? Or this, you want something, a small thing. Maybe it is to take a day off. Maybe it is to say no to a commitment. Maybe it is to spend money on something just for you. But before you even finish the thought, you are already editing it. That is selfish. That is Impractical. That is too much. You do not just deny yourself the thing, you deny yourself the desire. You perform selflessness for yourself because you learned that your needs are negotiable, that wanting is dangerous, that taking up space is wrong. Want to know what is happening here? You have internalized the critic. The voice that once came from outside, the parent who told you to toughen up, the teacher who dismissed your tears, the culture that taught you to shrink, is now inside you, and it is running a private war against your humanity. You are not just hiding your truth from other people, you are hiding it from yourself. You have become so skilled at emotional camouflage that you can no longer distinguish between what you actually feel and what you think you are supposed to feel. This is self-abandonment, and it is invisible because you still look fine. You are still showing up. You are still performing, but inside, you are starving. You are starving for someone to see you, to really see you. And the cruelest part is that you cannot even see yourself because you have spent so long filtering your emotions, performing okayness, editing your desires, that you have lost access to the most fundamental question: what do I actually feel? What do I actually need? What do I actually want? And here is the pattern beneath the pattern. You think the problem is that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not grateful enough. So you try harder. You push more. You perform better. But that is not the solution. That is the continuation of the wound. Because the real problem is not that you are not enough. It is that you have learned to treat your own humanity as something to manage, control, and suppress. This is not separate problems. This is not you being dramatic in some areas and fine in others. This is one wound, one nervous system pattern, one survival strategy that helped you once, but is now suffocating you from the inside out. I know that is a lot to sit with, but here is the good news. You can reclaim yourself. You can rebuild the connection between your body and your truth. And it starts with one small daily act of loyalty to yourself. Tonight, before bed, I want you to try something. Find somewhere quiet where you will not be interrupted. Sit down, place your hand on your heart, close your eyes if that feels safe, and ask your body, not your mind, your body, one simple question: what am I actually feeling right now? Do not try to fix it. Do not try to justify it. Do not try to make it smaller or more palatable. Just listen. Your body might say tired. It might say sad. It might say scared, angry, numb, overwhelmed. It might not have words at all, just sensations. A tightness in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, a lump in your throat. Whatever comes up, say it out loud. Even if it sounds ridiculous, even if it feels too much, say, I feel tired. I feel sad. I feel angry. I do not even know what I feel. And then, this is the crucial part. Say this, and that is aloud. Not, I should not feel this way. Not, I need to get over it. Just, and that is allowed. Here is why this works. For years, your nervous system has been in a state of hypervigilance around your own emotions. It has been scanning, editing, suppressing, performing, because it learned that emotional honesty is dangerous. This practice interrupts that pattern. It creates a moment of safety between you and yourself. It gives your nervous system permission to feel without having to immediately fix, justify, or hide. You are not just acknowledging the feeling. You are restoring the connection between your body and your awareness. You are telling your nervous system, I am not going to abandon you anymore. I am going to stay here with you. Even when it is uncomfortable, even when it is messy, even when it does not make sense. Do this every night for a week and notice what shifts. Notice if the feelings get clearer. Notice if the inner critic gets quieter. Notice if, maybe for the first time in a long time, you feel a little less alone inside your own skin. Because here is what I want you to understand. The cost of always being fine is not just that other people do not see you. It is that you do not see you. You have been performing for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to just be, to exist, without justification, to feel without apology, to take up space without shrinking. You are not reclaiming your voice so you can finally speak your truth to other people, though that will come. You are reclaiming your voice so you can finally hear yourself, so you can finally stop filtering, editing, performing, and just be human. Messy, complicated, contradictory, beautiful, human. The real you, the one beneath the camouflage, is not too much, is not too sensitive, is not too broken. The real you is worth seeing, worth knowing, worth protecting, and it is time to stop hiding from yourself. Subscribe for more reminders that your feelings do not need permission, that your humanity is not negotiable, and that you are allowed to take up space. Welcome home.